Welcome back again to the bench YouTube. What we have here is the Vilco once more. It's not picking up on AM, and like I said, of course, the only time I've tried it is in the evening, and it's typical for small town AM stations to cut their power at night, and I just wondered if maybe they'd cut it completely. But I could not find anything online, so what I thought we would do is, it's nice and early in the morning on a Sunday. Now, there'd probably be church service on here, but 9:52 according to the phone. So should be active, I would think. And it is on AM. I have the Variac. It's 117.7, and we're going to switch it on. And it's drawing power. 160, 150 milliamps. Drop down to 116. Well, there you go. There's that. Let's see if I can tune around a little bit, find anything. That's down where it's supposed to be at, but we found it up in here with the signal generator. Absolutely nothing. I hear something right there, and I can't make it out though. Like I say, I don't know. It should be there. There it is. So that's it. But anyway, like I said, it's there on FM. Trying to find my radio. Oh, right there it is. I don't know if there's a battery in here or not. Feels like there is. Alright, let's see if we can find it on here. That's AM. Same thing. Not very good reception though. Trying to see if there's something that we're... Maybe the computer or the monitor or something? I don't know. Obviously it's picking up that though. Seems to be a lot of interference here though. Let's see if I can turn this off. That didn't make any difference. As you can see, if I move it down here, it plays much better. I got the Variac on. I don't think that would make any difference. Nothing else is even on, other than the computer is down below. Well, it's quite a ways away. Alright, well, I've just been trying to get the best spot for that. Anything up on this bench, it is really bad. So apparently that is one of the reasons why we're not getting anything here. And for the life of me, I have everything unplugged. I didn't turn the Variac off, but I don't think that's it. I'll tell you, turn it off. Well, maybe it was. Yeah, that's what it is. Absolutely nothing. Alright, so what that's telling me is, let's try it with the just the regular plug-in. I'll be careful not to touch anything. Actually, what I did was switched off the Variac, and I've got it plugged into the isolation transformer, the output for that. Now this is usually a higher voltage, but I don't know if it's going to cause any problems or not. Let me see on the other radio and see if it makes a difference. And you can hear it sitting on the bench top right there, working just fine. I can even hear it on here now. Oh, no wonder that's FM. Let's go to AM. Man, I tell you what. Okay, well, there you go. I'm not even nowhere near the local station, and you can hear it's picking up just fine. It's that Variac. You wouldn't think it'd make that big a difference. And it does though. Wow. Okay, well this thing's picking up good. I'm gonna go down and see if we can pick up 84. If I can get it down there. Oh, there's one right there. .1010 WCSI. I think that's a North Vernon maybe station. I think it's somewhere fairly close. No, that's 84 right there.
Is that the standard thing, Jeff, for all these quarterbacks? I can't see Mahomes playing more than...
So there's nothing wrong with the AM on here.
Starting to play more. I've said this for years. Oh, wow. And this year they're starting to play more. Yeah.
So we have solved our mystery. This thing is receiving fine. Just got to get this, and the problem is that tuning on this. If I can get that fixed, this will be a good little receiver. But I'm sure that's probably what the original seller probably had problems with. Was getting that working. But like I said, this is just to recap. This is working good. Again, local station, everything comes in just fine without the Variac.
Now, while you're on the website,
There's another
a
one.
couple of things to keep in mind. We have a free weekly newsletter. You should
I like to leave
subscribe to it,
on there and
because
see
when
what
you
it is.
subscribe to the newsletter, we also send out a blog post every week as well. We also have a subscription service. It's called Jill on Money Live. That is where you have access to quarterly live webinars, the entire back catalog of those webinars, bonus audio and video content, and that is all for $45 for the next 12
There's a couple of
months.
possibilities
Jill on Money
also
Live,
about that
and you can get it
Variac.
right on the front door of
Let me
our
get you over here a
website.
little bit so you can
You
see.
don't have to spend a lot of money to get a lot of good stuff.
Of course,
from
now
us.
that's
There's
the Variac
resources,
right there.
there are videos, there's
But
blogs,
there,
and
right in
podcasts,
here,
so
oops,
much
right
there.
in here
Everything lives
is
on
the
JillOnMoney.com,
little
and, if you
power
have questions,
inverters
that contact us button is always
that
there
power
in
the
upper
meters.
right-hand corner.
They're
Okay,
just
right
basically
now, we are
little,
going to talk to Sam,
what
who
they call
joins
them,
us from Washington, D.C.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on, Jill.
Of course, what's happening?
Anyway, there's two of them right there. Maybe that's what the problem is. That would be interesting in itself. But like I said, that's a good possibility that when you turn that Variac on, it turns those power supplies on, and to power the meters. So very, very good possibility there. So So, anywho, I'm going to listen to this a little bit and see what I can see what this is, and I'm going to turn this off.
But if you need more care, there's a
And
facility to do so.
I'm thinking that's what it is, because I can't see the Variac itself. It's just a transformer.
Have a wife,
I can't see
imagine,
that causing
and,
RF
your
problems
parents
like
also.
that.
How
So,
old are you guys?
So I'm
all right, let me get off here, and we'll bring you back later on.
and she's an NJT.
Those two items there with the white in the middle. Now, those are basically little wall warts. I believe they're 9 volt. And that center thing is is actually just covering up the connection point from the wire that comes from the Variac. When you switch on the Variac, it turns on those two little power supplies, and you'll see there's 2 wires. Well, I don't know how well you can see it, but behind that twiddle stick holder, it goes into the panel there for the Variac output, and makes those meters and give them power so they can be displayed. And I will demonstrate how that works. I don't know if you noticed, the light came on the one power supply. I don't know if you can see the other one. Now that works well to do exactly what I wanted to do. But yeah, there you go. That's what exactly I wanted to do. And I must have left that up. I don't usually do that. After I made that discovery on that, I thought, man, I couldn't believe that. But I thought, you know, anything but that Variac would be causing that problem, and the Variac doesn't. It's not the Variac, it's these 2 power supplies. And like I said, they're just little 9 volt power supplies, and all they do is power the meters. The way these meters work, you have to have separate power supplies for them. You cannot run them on the same, off the same supply. And I don't know why. Don't ask me. These are Chinese things. And I don't recall it being very, very noisy at first. I mean, I've installed those, I don't know how long. I'll have to look on the videos and find out when I did that. But it's been a long time. So anyway, to that end of getting this fixed, I have purchased a couple of items. Matter of fact, 3. First one up is a transformer. Now this is just a small, very small transformer. And it really doesn't take a lot. I think the what he calls are rated at 30 outputs are rated at 30 milliamps, and I think that should be more than enough to power those meters. But anyway, I'm going to flash a picture up that you can see what it looks like. Now, this is an unusual. I wish I could have found this before when I first did this. It would have been much easier to just make a simple linear power supply to do this, because it has 2 separate unconnected secondaries on it. And if you look at the schematic, it's obviously 120 on the primary side, and then it has 2 8 volt outputs for on the secondaries, which is perfect for this setup. I mean, it's just made to order for this setup. So I've got that, and then I've got some really inexpensive little bridge rectifiers coming to, because each one of these will have to have its own power supply. In other words, I'll take each of the 8 volt outputs of the AC and rectify them separately and filter them, and they will roughly make a little over 9 volts, I believe. It doesn't matter. These meters here, I think, go up to around 25 volts as far as the power ratings up. I think they're like 6 volts to 25 volts for the power on these. So I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And I know they'll run on 12 volts easy. So like I said, that's, you know, again, that's what I want to be doing. But like I said, there you go. And I've got a 1,000 microfarad caps coming for the filtering. Should be sufficient, because this is a meter where it's not going to be requiring drop dead full DC. In other words, a little ripple won't hurt it. So anywho, that's a look at that. I thought that would be an interesting thing for you to see.
want to hear the good stuff, you found the super hits right here on 99.3 WCCB.
All right, well,
Derby Dinner Playhouse presents Come From Away.
WHS out of Louisville. That's not bad.
Chronicles the real-life experience.
Obviously, I've done something. Yes, I did do something. I turned the Variac off with its noisy little power supplies for the meter, and I have it plugged directly into the constant 125 VAC isolation transformer. That's all I did. So there you go. It is working just fine. AM wise anyway. Let's go up here and I had a couple of radio stations. I had, besides WHS, I had another one in the mix as well. Plus I had the local station right there.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's
Speaker doesn't sound too bad for having that big of a hole in it. So I haven't tried FM. I do have an antenna on it now. So I think I'm going to do that next. And let's give that a shot and see if it works. Wouldn't that be nice? A little range changer here. I think I did it. I'm not really sure if I got it or not. There it is. Don't hear anything out of FM. A lot of things could be happening there. And it could be that tuner messed up too. I mean, all I did was put it back on its little, that's all the way. Just, I don't seem to be getting a lot of noise out of the FM as far as, usually get a hiss or something out of it. So, at least we have AM back, and that was all. That's all my fault for that stupid using those stupid switch mode power supplies for that. And I thought, well, you know, it's just a 9-volt supply. It ain't gonna be that much. Man, I tell you what, they must be noisy. Sure are. So anyway, that's could be a lot of different things. We'll have to run some signals through it and see where we're losing at, and go from there. But like I said, I just kind of want to add this little update to it, so that you could see there is no problem with the AM, and even the speaker's kind of working pretty good. Tim Dockery, I don't know if you guys know much about Tim, but anyway, Tim's out there. He watches my videos quite a bit, and he also asked me, or told me a long time ago, that if I needed a SAM schematic for anything, he has a good collection of them, and he would send me a copy. So I have talked to him, and I want to apologize again to him. I did not see his email, I think, on the 3rd of August, and I apologize for that. I was in the middle of something, and for those of you who don't know, Bob is in the hospital. It's, I don't think life-threatening, but he's got some problems with one of his legs, and so he's hoping to get out tomorrow. He went in Saturday afternoon, and they've been, he says, pumping him full of antibiotics. So apparently whatever they're doing is working, he says. So that's good. And like I said, he has some friends that took him, and they're going to bring him home when he's ready to come home. So everything should be hunky-dory with that, but just keep him in your thoughts and prayers, if you would, please. So, like I said, that's that, and we're going to switch over here and get off of this, and then we'll get some other things done, and we'll be all better for it. So we'll catch you later. All right, I am back with you once again on this latest video. I wanted to add this part to it because I felt it was kind of important. I'm going to show you a picture here. Okay, what you're looking at there is basically my workbench, my DERB. As you can see, I have been making progress towards my goal. That goal being trying to get the new lighting in, and as you can see, that one side is completely down. The other side is very close. I just got to take that speaker. Well, in fact, I've already taken the speaker since I took that. I took the speaker down, and I've got to gather the stuff off the top in the second shelf there. And once I do that, clear some space so I can saw the legs off or the uprights off of the shelves, like I did on the other side. I just used a saber saw, and like I said, that will come off then, and that will be ready to do. So I just wanted to add the fact that I will not. The radios have been set aside since the previous video that you just viewed has been made, and like I said, until I can get things done, this is the way it's got to be. Also, you can see I have the new ViewSonic monitor, the 1920 or 1080p, whatever you want to call it, monitor that we bought, and it is there now. That's Tom Bailey, if you couldn't tell. But that is in place. Now it may get moved around a little bit, but it's pretty well set in stone there as far as that goes. But like I said, I think the image quality is excellent of that, and I'm very pleased with it. I don't have that problem anymore of the smaller resolution, and so that's good. So I just wanted to let you know that's in place. The one wall is completely down, and the other one's very close. So again, until I can get some things done, and those parts I mentioned in the previous video segments about the new transformer and the little power supplies that I'm building for the Variac, those should be here either tomorrow or Friday at the latest, I think. So once they get here, I'm going to be working on that as well. Obviously, with this out of the way, stuff out of the way, I can get in there and work on that a little bit better. And that's my goal, get this all done at one time, one step at a time, I should say. And so that's the plan. So if you don't see any more out of me for a while, you'll know the reason why. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.